What's going on, guys? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs, and today we're gonna work with chains.
Dreadlabs.
So last week we released our first render pack. It's called Dread Renders Volume 1 Chains, and there's over 40 high quality renders out of chains in there. And today I just wanted to make this quick video to show you how we can use these chains in our artworks in various ways, and yeah, just make some dope artwork with them basically. So let's get started. So I have my pack up in here, and let's just drag in a silver one with the depth of field filter going on. Let's see, yeah, why not just pick this one? Alright, so the first thing you can see that it's there's already a lot of detail in there. You see like kind of the reflection of the HDRI that we used and the reflection of the other chains that are like around here in this setting. And basically we did this pack because I've been speaking to a lot of designers that wanted to do 3D stuff in their artworks, but they didn't really have the time to learn Cinema 4D, which is why we wanted to give us sort of, we just wanted to use this product and have designers be able to use 3D renders in their projects even though they didn't really know how to do 3D. So yeah, okay, so the first one I want to do like a green glow on him. So let's just go to layer styles and outer glow and pick like a lime green color. Put the spread up and the size up. And I probably want to do a green tint over the chain itself as well. So let's just get a gradient overlay here. Get a green gradient going on. And let's just make a radial. And put it on overlay and then put the opacity down. Maybe just a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, alright. So this kind of derives from like anime stuff. I remember because when I did this render, or when I got the idea from it, I was looking at a card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, I'll put it up in on the screen right now. So yeah, okay, let's just make a gradient right now. Just make it black and white. Okay, let's make the center line green. Let's make the center purple. Then put another one in here and then make that one green. And make one sign here. Alright. Then make it radial as well. Maybe we'll just scale it. Oh wait. Let's reverse it for a second so we have the black darkest part on the outside here. Okay, let's just hide this layer for a second and then see if we can distort our gradient fill a bit. Alright, so I got the waves filter up in here, and basically I just put some random settings and distort this a little bit. And now I'm gonna do a blur over it so the filter will be just a bit more subtle because it's kind of noisy right now, as you can see. Maybe we'll just put a liquify on there just to make it a bit irregular. Okay, now just lower the opacity of the background here that we just did, like this. And now I kind of feel like doing a noise filter all over this. And the way I usually do this is I just grab a 50% gray layer here. So I put shift backspace to open up this fill menu and then click on 50% gray, click OK. And then we're gonna go to filter, add noise, and put in not too much, probably 25% is alright. and then we're gonna put it on pin light and then lower the opacity a little bit. Okay, so this is one of the first ways that we can use this, use these chains as like an like the base of an artwork basically. So let's just group this one and go. Let's go on to the next one. Let's put a. Let's grab an iridescent one right now. Okay, I like this one. As you can see, the renders aren't really like edited in post because I wanted to leave that option to you guys if you buy this one. Yeah, let's just add a hue saturation and saturate it a bit more overall so you can get that actual iridescent vibe to it, like that pink cyan look. And then we can go to hue saturation and click on the cyans, and maybe we can make them a little bit more green like this. See if we can do something to the blues as well. I kind of want to leave this where it is right now. Maybe click on the greens, edit that one a bit, or the magentas. Oh, and when you oversaturate the magentas, you can get that. You actually see that the pink glow on it just gets so bright, and it gets like this almost surreal glow to this one. Okay, now I want to put this into a smart object together, and then duplicate this one, and then click on filter, blur, radial blur, and then click on blur method, zoom, put this to 75, I think, something like that, and then put this layer on lighten, and this also, it gets that almost like heavenly kind of look to it. Actually, it just looks better when the background's kind of dark. So let's just do a darker gradient here, darker background here, and then this will probably look good with a chrome type added to it. Something like a super nice serif font or whatever, or a hand lettered font will probably suit this artwork pretty well. And let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this one's a little bit different because the chains are a bit further away. So let's just try something out with this one. As you can see, also the lighting around these ones is really a bit odd if you ask me, because the light's coming from a source where the edges of almost all of the chains are lit up, as you can see right here. Like the upper part is lit up as well as the bottom part. So let's see if we can do something dope with that. What if we put up a threshold? Well, it's actually kind of interesting because because of this lighting, it looks like the chains are actually like just outlines. What if we invert this? And as you can see, we kind of get this cartoony chain style in 2-3 seconds, basically, just by inverting our layer and putting up a threshold filter. Let's see if we can play around with the threshold just a bit. And this will probably look good with a texture on it. So this is a texture from an upcoming Dreadlabs pack. As you can see, it's not really super visible on what this texture is, so I'm gonna put up a gradient map on it to make it just a little bit lighter, as you can see right now. And by editing these values in a gradient map, you can kind of decide where the texture starts to become a little bit more light. As you can see right here, you can see a lot of more like grungy parts of the paper, which were originally not visible. So let's just group the texture and the gradient map for it and name it texture. Okay, then we're gonna put the texture to the bottom here, group the chain, and put the blend mode to exclusion, which all gives this kind of papery drawn feel to it, which can also be pretty nice for some artworks, I think. So let's just try out one last one, see if we can do something else with it. Okay, so this is the last one we're gonna try out. I think this is one of the ones that looks the most realistic, just because of the depth of field that it's it worked out really nice in this one, I think. What if we try to make a text and combine it with the chains as a clipping mask? Okay, so I typed out Dreadlabs here. I'm gonna duplicate the text 3 times, I think. Yeah, why not? And then I'm gonna group the text, center it, and then put it below the chains, and then hold Alt or Option on my keyboard and click between the chain layer and the group of text, which kind of gives this clipping mask effect if you've never seen this. And now we're gonna just see if we can do something cool with this. I feel like we need an even darker background, so I'm just gonna make it solid black. And maybe even make the chains a bit lighter. Maybe even no. Okay, so yeah, so this is another way that you can use the chains. It's just a photograph or something in your artwork, basically. Yeah, this is just a quick video just to show you that you can do some dope stuff with this new 3D pack that we just put out. There's actually more products coming on the way, and we actually just launched our Discord server as well, which we want to use to inspire people, let people share with each other, get each other jobs. We really hope that some artists will go on there and ask other designers to do their cover arts for them, or vice versa. Basically inspire each other, share each other's work, give feedback to each other, learn from each other, because that's like the hub that we want to achieve with Dreadlabs right now. So just to give you a little bit more incentive, we're gonna do some exclusive deals, early access, discount codes for our Discord members. So be sure to click the link in the description, dreadlabs.net/discord, to join us on there. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you got a little bit more inspired, and I'll see you in the next one.